Before we begin, please note that this video is divided into chapters. If you find a chapter easy, feel free to skip ahead to the next one. Now let's dive into the tutorial. Chapter 1 is Welcome Screen. To open Word, go to Start menu and type Word and click on the icon. You will see a welcome screen. On the home screen, you can open a blank document, access basic tutorials. You can also choose from pre-designed templates like banners, calendars, and more. If you scroll down, you'll find recommended documents based on your recent work, followed by a list of your most recent files. Clicking on New will open a blank document and a library of templates including options for business, education, resumes, and cover letters. If you don't see this option, don't worry. I'll show you how to create your own template later in this video. Under the Open option, you can access documents from your cloud storage or your PC. On the right side, you will find recently opened documents. Now let's go back to the home and click on blank document. This will open a new blank document ready for you to start typing. Chapter 2 is Basic Layout. Let's explore the basic layout of Microsoft Word. At the top of the Word window, you will see tabs like Home, Insert, Draw, and more. When you click on a tab, the options below it called the ribbon will change. For example, when you click on the Insert tab, you will see the Insert ribbon. Each ribbon is divided into groups. In the Home tab, we have Clipboard group, Font group, and others. Some groups like Font, Paragraph, and Styles have a small arrow next to them. This indicates that there are more options available than can be displayed on the ribbon. Clicking on the arrow opens our dialog box with additional features. Above the ribbon is the Quick Access toolbar, which can be customized. To add or remove options, click on the small arrow and select the desired item. You can change the name of your document by clicking on the current name. A window will appear where you can enter a new name and choose other options like location and sharing. To the right of the document name, there is a search bar where you can search for anything related to your Word document. At the lower right corner, we have a zoom slider, and by default the zoom is set to 100%. If you zoom out and zoom again in, this little bar gives you a tiny pause at 100%. We have 3 viewing options. By default, it is print layout mode. On the left, we have read mode, and if I click on the read mode, this will convert my document into a book. If I click on the web layout, it will convert my document into a web page so I can publish it on web. I like the default view, which is print layout, so again I click on the print layout view. There is a focus mode in Word, and if I click on the focus mode, the Word will remove all the distractions and there is just a white canvas in front of me on which I can type. To exit focus mode, I'll just press escape from the keyboard. On the bottom left corner, you will see information like page number, word count, and language. Chapter 3 is Creating and Saving a Document. Now you can see a blank document in the center of the window. This is where you will type your text. The flashing cursor indicates where your text will appear. Let's type, "This is my first document." As you can see, the cursor moves to the end of the text. If I want to go to the next line, I have to keep typing until the text appears on the next line, or I can just press enter to go to the next line. If I want to type anywhere on my document and just double click at any random position, the cursor starts blinking and then you can type anything. The purpose of Word document is to create documents in an organized manner. So I'll just remove it by pressing the backspace key from the keyboard, or I can go to the start of the line and also remove the text by clicking the delete key from keyboard. If I want to remove a lot of text from the document, I can also highlight the text by holding the left mouse button and drag it to the position where I want to remove. Then I'll release the mouse button and can press backspace or delete key. No matter how many lines you have written on your document, it is always advisable to save your work regularly. To save your document, just go to the File tab, and in this you have 2 options, Save and Save As. At first, when you click on Save, it will move to the Save As because I've just opened a new document and by default its name is just document 1. So in the Save As, I can save my documents in the cloud or even in my PC. If I click on Browse, a window will appear. I can give a name to my document, which is Word for Beginners. and can save it to my desired place. It's a good practice to save your document at regular intervals by going to the top and click the save button. If you don't see it, just go to this arrow and tick save. What if I want to save another copy of the document to another location? I'll again go to the file and go to the save as, and again click on browse to save it with different name and to another location. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Your support helps me create more tutorials like this. Chapter 4 is basic text editing. I have the text in Word document and now I will teach you some basic text editing tips. In the first line, I have a word which is online and I want to replace it with offline. I can simply click at the end of the word and with the backspace I can remove it, or even when I place the cursor at the beginning I can press the delete key and type offline. If I want to replace video with audio, I can simply highlight the word by holding the left mouse button from the beginning and then release it when the word ends. Now I will type audio. Another easy way to replace a word is to just double click the word. If I want to replace the word look to see, I can just double click the word and type see. If I want to remove an entire sentence, I just select the text and hit the backspace or delete key from the keyboard. To remove an entire paragraph, just triple click anywhere in the paragraph and press the delete key. I want to cut this paragraph and want to paste it at the end of the document. I can simply select the paragraph by triple clicking it and go to Home tab. Under the clipboard group, click the scissors icon. Navigate to the end of the document and again to the Home tab. Under clipboard group, click paste icon. Instead of cutting it, I can even copy it by selecting the entire paragraph and then click copy and paste it to my desired location. There is another easy way to do cut and paste. Just select the text and press Ctrl+X from the keyboard and place the cursor to your desired location and press Ctrl+V. To copy the text, just press Ctrl+C and again Ctrl+V to paste it. I can even cut the text and place it to my desired location in the document. Again select the text you want to replace, move your cursor to the highlighted text and while holding the left mouse button, move the text. While you're moving your text, you can see a black rectangle and a tiny square at the lower right corner of the cursor, which shows that you're holding a block of text and then release it to your desired place. Chapter 5: Formatting text and paragraph. There are plenty of options available in Word through which you can format your text, and majority of the formatting options are available in Home tab under Font, Paragraph and Styles group. Let's discuss Font group, in which you can change the font style of your entire document or a paragraph. To change the font size and style of an entire document, press Ctrl+A, go to Font Type and click on the little arrow. Choose your desired font, or you can even type to search. To change the font size, go to the font size and choose your font size. If I select the first sentence, I can bold, italicize, underline and strike through it by clicking those buttons. Just make sure that before selecting any tool, your text is highlighted first. I can even highlight the text by clicking this button. You can also change the font color by clicking this button and choose your color. There is a change case option in Word which is sometimes very helpful. Again, if I select a text and click on the change case button, I have different options like sentence case, lowercase and other options. If I click on capitalize, each word is capitalized. Now have a look at the highlighted text. Now look at the paragraph group under the Home tab. The first tool in paragraph group is very handy and I often use it. If I want to create a list in my document and type Microsoft Office apps, press enter and type Word. Make sure that the flashing cursor is on the line where you want to create a bullet list. Go to the paragraph group and click on this little arrow and choose your bullet. If I again press enter, the next bullet will be auto created and you can type your text like Excel and PowerPoint. If I want to create a sub bullet under the text word, click at the end of the text, press enter and click tab from the keyboard and type your text. If you don't want this sub bullet, just press the backspace key If I want to exit the bullets, just press the backspace key or again press the bullet icon from the paragraph group. The same thing can also be applied to the numbered list, and if you want to convert this bullet list into numbers, just highlight the text and click on numbering tool from the paragraph group. I can also align my text according to my need. The default alignment is left, and I can center align, right align, or even justify my text so it looks professional. I can even change the background of a paragraph by clicking on shading icon and choose my desired color. Chapter 6. Create table of contents. Most of the time we manually create table of contents in Word, but this is not the right way to insert table of contents. With just one click, you can add contents in your Word document. I have 5 headings throughout my document, with heading 4 followed by 2 subheadings. To insert table of contents, I'll just click on my first heading, which is Introduction, and under the Home tab, I'll hover my mouse to Styles group and click on the arrow key and choose Heading 1. The moment I choose Heading 1, the introduction font size and style auto change. Don't worry, you can choose your font style and size by double clicking it, and then you can choose font style, size and color in the font group. I leave it to default settings. Next, for the heading 2, 3 and 4, I'll again choose heading 1 from the style group, and for the subheadings, I'll click on the drop down menu and choose heading 2. Again heading 1 for the conclusion. Now at the top of my headings, I'll just click on empty area, then click on References tab, and under Table of Contents group, click Table of Contents and choose Automatic Table of Contents. The Word auto inserted contents for me, and it also have page number in front of each heading. Speaking of page numbers, you can easily add page numbers by going to the Insert tab, and under the header and footer, click on page number. Choose top of the page or bottom. I'll choose top of the page and plain number 2 format. Now I'll click on close header and footer. I want the introduction to start from page number 2, so I'll click at the beginning of the introduction heading and go to Layout tab. Under page setup, click breaks. Click on first option, which is actually a page break. Now my introduction is starting from page number 2, but my contents are still showing page number 1. To update this, I'll just click in contents, click on update table, and there's an option which is update page numbers only. Click OK. So the page number of the contents are now updated. If I want to update my headings, change the introduction to explanation. Again, I'll click on update table and choose update entire table and click OK. Now I'll remove my outdated contents. One thing I really like about this contents is that I can jump to any heading in my document. If I want to navigate to conclusion, I'll just hover my cursor to the conclusion and press Ctrl plus right mouse button. Now I'm at the conclusion heading. One more thing, if you don't want to see subheadings in your contents, just go to Reference tab, click Table of Contents, and at the end, click Custom Table of Contents. In general setting, you can reduce your heading level to just 1. You can see only heading 1 is showing in the preview window. I'll leave the default settings and click Cancel. Chapter 7 is Insert tab. In this segment, we're gonna learn about Insert tab. There are so many things fall under the Insert tab, but I'll highlight those groups which are mostly used. Let's start from the left. Our first group is Pages, and in Pages, if I click on the cover page and click on any cover page, a new page is added at the top and I can edit it. Next group is Tables, and upon clicking, I can just hover my cursor over the boxes and a table is inserted into my document. If I want a table of 4 rows and 4 columns, I just click on when the table reaches 4 by 4. Now just press Ctrl plus Z to undo it. Again, if I go to Tables and click on Insert Table, a new window appears and I can mention my desired rows and columns. I can even draw a table by choosing Draw Table option in Tables. Next, under the illustration group, you can insert pictures, shapes, icons and other things. Last but not the least is header and footer in your document. If you want to repeat content on each page, then a header and a footer is very useful. If I click on header, I have different templates. Just select one, type your content and click close header and footer. Now my name is at the top of each page. The same applies for the footer. Chapter 8 is page break and section break. Page break and section break is very important part of a Word document. Let's first discuss page break. I have my heading on different pages, and if I go to the video features heading, I want it to start from the next page. I can do it by hitting the enter key multiple times, but it will ruin my formatting. To do it in an easy and professional way, I'll just click at the beginning of the heading and go to layout tab, and under the page setup group I'll click on breaks and click on page, which marks the point at which one page ends and the next page begins. Now notice that when I type something above it, the video feature heading remain at its position until I reach at the next page. Page break is a hidden formatting symbol. If I want to reveal it in my document, I'll just go to home, go to the paragraph group and click on this icon. This is a formatting symbol of page break, and then enter it represented by this icon. I'll again click on this symbol to hide hidden formatting symbols. Most of the people found section breaks so confusing, so let's break it down into parts. Through section break you can start your page from the first page, even it's in the middle of the document. My first page is cover page, second is table of contents, and third page is explanation. I want the explanation page to start from page number 1, but it is starting from page number 2. So I'll go to the previous page, go to home tab and click hidden formatting symbols. I already have a page break in this document. I'll go to layout tab, under page setup group, click on breaks, and under section breaks click on next page, which will insert a section break and start a new section on the next page. Nothing happened, it's still at page number 2. Now I'll double click the header of the explanation, and in the header and footer tab under navigation group you can see this button link to previous. You have to deselect it. Go to page number, format page number and type 1 in the start and click OK. Now I'll close the header and footer, and now my explanation is starting from page number 1. When you change the page number, you also have to update the table of contents. When I go to the previous section of the document, I want to remove page number from table of contents. I'll just double click the header and go to page number and click remove page number. To remove hidden formatting symbols, I'll again go to home tab and click on this button. Chapter 9 is review a document. Your friend sent you a Word document and you want to review it in such a way that their text doesn't get disturbed and they can even track your changes. This is really helpful when 2 or more people are working on a same document. If you want to give suggestions in the form of a comment throughout the document, just highlight a word or paragraph and go to the review tab. Under the comments group, click on new comment. A new mini window appears. Just mention your suggestions in the comment box and click post comment. When you send it to your friend, he can simply improve the text and even can reply to the comment so that you can recheck it. So to delete a comment, just go to the comment box and click on the 3 dots and click delete thread. To review a document in a more professional way, there is an amazing feature in Word which is track changes. This is especially useful if the document is almost done and you are working with others to make revisions or give feedback. To enable track changes, go to the review tab and under the tracking group, click on the down arrow, and in this you have 2 options, for everyone or just mine. By default it is for everyone, so we keep it default. Now the track changes are live in your document. If you want to remove the first sentence, I'll just highlight it and press the delete key from the keyboard. Now the first line is crossed, but it is still available for me or for my fellows. Next, if I type something, it just appears in different font color. One thing you notice that whenever I do a track change, a rectangular line appears on the left side of the document, which means there are some changes at this line. When I click on this line, it shows that all my changes are applied to the current document. I'll again click it to reveal my changes. Now I have sent this document to my fellow and they open the document and they can also see the track changes. So at this point they have two options, either accept it or reject it. One can simply go to review tab, changes group and click accept and move next, or reject and move next. You can do it one by one by closely looking at the track changes, or again go to accept button and click on the down arrow and you have four options: accept and move next, accept this change, accept all changes, and accept all changes and stop tracking. The same option applies to the reject button, which is right next to the accept button. For this tutorial, I'll go to accept button and click on the down arrow and click on accept all changes and stop tracking. The last chapter is chapter 10, which is printing and saving a document. At the end of the day, I have completed my project and now want to print it. To do a print of the document, I'll go to the file, click on print, and it gives me a print preview with cover page, contents and other things. Just below the settings, if I click on the arrow, I have different printing options, or I can print custom pages. In the same print window, if I have different sizes of pages in my printer, I can change it according to my requirement. Another useful option is number of copies you want to print. You can change it by clicking the arrows or by typing the number. You can also change the type of Word document. One tip I want to give you guys: if you are about to print a Word document, change it to a PDF document. To export it to PDF, click browse, select PDF from the save as type and save it to your desired location. With that, we have covered almost everything related to Microsoft Word. If you think you want a detailed video on a specific tool or a feature, just comment and I'll try to cover that in future videos. Bonus chapter, which is keyboard shortcuts. If you are still with me, I have some bonus tips for you. To save your time, there are a lot of keyboard shortcuts, but in this chapter, I'll cover the most used shortcuts. Number 1 is find and replace. Let's go back to our document, and if I want to replace a specific word in my document, I'll just press Ctrl+H. A new window will appear, and I want to replace online with offline. I'll just type online in find word and offline in replace with, and click on replace all. All done, we made replacements. Number 2 is find shortcut. If you want to find a specific word or line in your document, just press Ctrl+F and type your word. If I type offline, it shows that word offline is 14 times on the document and they are highlighted as yellow. Number 3 is comment shortcut. To insert a comment at your desired location, just highlight the text and press Ctrl+Alt+M. Number 4 is headings shortcut. If you want to apply heading styles, just press Ctrl+Alt+1 for first heading, Ctrl+Alt+2 for second, and Ctrl+Alt+3 for third heading. Number 5 is cursor movement. Without touching your mouse, you can use your keyboard shortcuts to easily navigate throughout your document. Press Ctrl+left or right arrow key, move one word to the left or right, press Ctrl+up or down arrow key, move up or down one paragraph, and then press Ctrl+home. Move to the beginning of the document, press Ctrl+end, move to the end of the document. Number 6 is combination of shift key and arrow keys let you select text in different ways. Press shift+left or right arrow key. This extends your current selection by one character to the left or right. Press Ctrl+shift+left or right arrow key. It extends your current selection by one word to the left or right. Now, last shortcut key is press shift+up or down arrow key. It extends selection up or down one line. So that's the end of the video. I hope you like this tutorial, and please like the video and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thank you.